Hi everybody. As I mentioned in class yesterday, the assignment for Tuesday will be an online one because I will be out of town. And in this video I'd like to explain in more detail what I'd like you to do for Tuesday. Actually, the assignment will consist of two parts. One assignment is already on the class website, and that is the essay and the response to the essay called Composition as a Rite of Passage. So that remains the same. Please check the calendar and the discussion posts on the site for that assignment. But I also thought that we didn't really get to discuss several very important parts of the Lenny Irvin essay, What is Academic Writing, yesterday in class. So I thought I would give you some follow-up activities for that essay before you get to the Rite of Passage assignment. So again, the task for Tuesday will consist of two parts. One is already on the site, and the other one I'm giving you here right now. I'd like you to do this assignment, which I explain here in this video, first before you get to the Rite of Passage essay. Okay, so for this first half of the assignment for Tuesday, for the follow-up on Irvin's piece, I'd like you to revisit Irvin's essay, What is Academic Writing, which we discussed in class today, and reread parts of it and do something with those parts. So I'm currently on page 7 of Irvin's piece, the page that has a table that talks about audience and purpose and what's your message and what's your purpose type thing. So again, page 7. And here at the bottom of this page, Irvin cites someone named Leanne Carroll, a professor of Pepperdine University. And Irvin writes, listen carefully to this, or read carefully as you listen, follow me on page 7. What I usually called writing assignments in college might more accurately be called literacy tasks, because they require much more than the ability to construct correct sentences or compose neatly organized paragraphs with topic sentences. Projects calling for high level of critical literacy in college typically require knowledge of research skills, ability to read complex texts, understanding of key disciplinary concepts, and strategies for synthesizing, analyzing, and responding critically to new information, usually within a limited time frame. Okay, so here's where I'm going with this. As we said yesterday in class, for now at least, I'd like to shift our attention away from worrying about what your paper is going to look like to thinking about the writing situation or the series of steps which are required in order to construct an effective piece of writing. So what Irvin talks about here on page 7 and on subsequent pages are the elements of this writing situation, the elements of a process which is needed for the creation of a successful academic piece. So what I'd like you to do with Irvin's piece, or parts of it, reread at least pages 7, 8, 9, and all the way probably through page 11. Okay. And then do the following. Yesterday in class we kind of thought about other assignments. You thought about other assignments that came up in other classes. So what I'd like you to do with that is continue that exercise that we did in class. Think about a specific writing assignment from a different class, such as your honors seminar or whatever other classes you have which have writing assignments in them. And try to think about it as what Irvin calls a literacy task. Okay? Not worrying about what your final paper might look like, but worrying about it as a writing situation. Think about it as a multidimensional, complex writing situation. Okay? Think about its purpose. Think about its audience. Think about its context. Think about what you do know and the skills that you do have to be successful. And think about things that you don't yet know and don't yet have to be successful. Now, not knowing everything and not having everything that you need is not your fault. It's not a bad thing. Writers face gaps in knowledge and gaps in skill all the time. And so as writers, we need to figure out ways to fill in those gaps and those areas where we don't have enough ability to solve a writing problem. So, go back to pages 7, 8, and 9 in Irvin's essay and think about what else do you need, what do you already have and what you need What else do you need in order to be successful in that particular writing assignment as a literacy task, as a writing situation? What do you have and what are you missing? Think about things like this. Do you know what the purpose of the assignment is? Yes or no? What do you know? What are you still missing about that? Do you know who the audience is? What do you know about the audience? What are you missing? How might you be able to find out? Do you know enough of the context of this writing assignment? What do you know? What don't you know? How might you be able to find out more about the context? Who might be a good person to ask? Is it your professor? Is it your other classmates? Can you read the assignment a little bit more in detail and figure out what's going on? How can you find all this stuff out? And then I'd like you to go to the discussion forum, to the discussion about Irvin, and post your thoughts about it in an additional post to what you already have there. Okay, just a follow-up post to your first post about Irvin. So again, I will try to restate this more concisely in the actual discussion forum in writing, but in this video I wanted to give you more of an explanation about what I'd like you to do as a follow-up with Irvin before you go back to the composition as a rite of passage essay. And then after you've done this, then you can go back to the discussion that has to do with composition as a rite of passage and respond to that prompt. Okay? So, again, reread pages 7 through 11 of Irvin. Try to grasp the idea that writing assignments in college are literacy tasks and what that means. And then think back to a writing assignment in another class and apply the notion of literacy task to the analysis of that assignment. And again, what that means is think about what you already know about that assignment and what you already have to complete it successfully and what you don't yet have and how might you be able to find out. Okay? I will provide a written summary of this in the discussion forum. If you have any questions, please shoot me an email, or better yet, post your question on the discussion forum, and we'll go from there. Okay? Thank you very much, and I hope you have a great weekend.